Hi, I am here at booth 121 with Rebecca Aid, co-owner, and if you guys haven't been out to this store, it has so many fun, wonderful things. I now will have presents for my mother-in-law for the next 5 years. If in case you need to do that. So, okay, so I'd like to dive in. So Rebecca, hi.
Hi.
So I guess just for people that maybe have driven by but haven't actually come in, or maybe somebody that, maybe isn't even familiar with the store at all, how would you start off describing booth 121?
Our store is very unique in that it is made up of primarily local artists. Everyone is from Wisconsin. Most people are from the general area. We do have a couple from the Milwaukee area, a little further north, like Stevens Point kind of thing. But most of our artists are local, which is great because if we run out of something, if there's a special order, if there's something very specific that a customer wants, we can usually get it pretty quickly.
Okay.
So that's a real fabulous thing.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that we carry at our store that is pretty unique is, trying to think of the best word, probably things that have a little extra snark.
Yeah.
A little extra snark. Maybe it's not always children appropriate, for sure, but they're great gifts to give to that hard to find person that has, the right sense of humor. So we've been very lucky that we've had a lot of customers that have really appreciated that. It's very hard to find things that we carry.
Yeah.
In the run-of-the-mill store. So
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, and I'll throw some pictures up too so people can I'm going to try to give them a little bit of an idea.
Yeah.
So how did you get into opening the store? How did you get into this type of business?
My partner and sister-in-law, Leah Robertson, she has been painting furniture for 9 years.
Okay.
And she did it in a very small level, just fun. She had some paint and she had a table that she wanted to do something with, and that's how she started. And then she eventually moved up to having a small, for lack of a better term, storage garage unit.
Okay.
In Cottage Grove.
Okay.
So that was her workshop, and she painted, and then every now and then she would roll up the door and she would have a sale.
Okay.
But it was mostly custom pieces. We were talking one day about how it would be great if we had an area, if we had a storefront where we could do all of that. But in order to do that, we'd have to bring in local artists. So we started out with approximately 16 local artists, and they were people that Leah had worked with previously at different shows.
Okay.
And now we've grown to over 100.
Oh my gosh.
I think we're at 103 right now.
Holy moly.
Yeah, so we've grown a lot.
Yeah.
We've also expanded our wholesale area. So there are some things that we buy and that's some of the inappropriate things. There are some things that we buy that we buy those on wholesale, but we still try to keep those local. Or small, like Etsy sort of shops.
Okay.
So we've done really well with those things.
Okay. Yeah.
But mostly it's local artists, and you get to showcase all of their amazing talent.
That's crazy. So how did the artists find out about you?
So, as I said, Leah knew some, and that was sort of our starting point. We reached out. We kind of knew what we wanted. Like, we knew we wanted someone that did snarky cross-stitch.
Okay.
So we used Etsy to find a lot of different artists, like local, because that again was our goal.
Okay.
So you can kind of set the parameters. So we were looking for local people that were willing to work with us and willing to work on consignment.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and we got really lucky in finding just a really solid group in the beginning. Still, actually, but when we first opened, it was just a real solid. They were with us. They were in it. A couple of them weren't real sure how it was going to go, but they were in it, and it's been great.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's really neat. That's amazing that you have over 100 artists. That's awesome. And they're all local. That is pretty phenomenal, actually.
And now we have people come to us.
Okay.
So that's a lot of our more recent artists were people that contacted us.
So what has surprised you the most since owning the store or being in this kind of business and working with artists?
Well, we were pleasantly surprised that people had a very similar sense of humor to us.
Good, yeah.
It meant that the things that we really enjoy, other people do too.
Mm-hmm.
I think just the response, our numbers, and virtually all areas, like our Facebook followers, our sales, the number of artists,
Mm-hmm.
the number of new people that come in, the number of
Mhm.
repeat customers, they're all much higher than our expectations.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't expect it to be quite as embraced.
Yeah.
We didn't. That took us a little by surprise.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Usually it's a negative surprise, so that's good that it was a positive
yeah,
one.
it was. When we first opened, we were just on 1/3 of the store.
Okay.
And our hope when we found this spot was that the people that were here before, on the other side, before we took it over, were probably going to stay for their lease and then maybe find a new spot and then we would look at it. But they ended up leaving early.
Mm.
So last March we took the leap. Last February we took the leap and said, okay, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And then we opened up the entire store
Yeah.
in March.
Okay. So that's exciting.
Mhm.
Okay. So what is something most people don't know about Booth 121, would you say, if anything, that you can think about?
Well, I think a lot of people, again, are a little, if they have never been here, a lot of people are still surprised that we're here.
Mhm.
At least every day we get, someone that comes in and says, I had no idea you guys were even here.
Yeah.
Driven by the store 100 times. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
So that is one. And then probably also our level of variety.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you can really find something for everyone in the store
Yeah.
and every type of personality.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely a wide variety. It isn't all snarky.
No, it's
There's
definitely
some real
not all
nice.
snarky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
definitely a wide
There's
variety.
lots of great kids' toys and clothes, and
Mm-hmm.
we have stuff that are focused more on the male
Mhm.
customers, customers. So we kind of try to hit the gamut.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Would you say that you have any greatest challenges that you're facing right now as a store?
I don't. No.
That's great.
Yeah, I can't really think of one right now.
That's great.
I'm sure. I know that there are some.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But nothing
off
is
the top of
jumping
your head.
out.
That's
yeah.
totally okay. So what were the factors that made you choose this location?
The proximity to the Beltline,
Mhm.
so it was accessible to east side and west side,
Mhm.
a little more easy.
Mhm.
Lee and I are both from this area, so we're automatically drawn to this area.
Mhm.
So the proximity to the Beltline was huge. The store space that we had, in addition to the workshop in the back,
Mhm.
so Leah could continue to do her
Mhm.
projects and do everything here on site
Yeah.
versus having to split it up and keep a workshop separate.
Mhm.
I mean, that was the big thing.
Mhm.
That was huge.
Mhm. Yeah, I can see. And Monona's a great spot too.
Monona's
Yeah.
a fabulous
Yeah,
spot. Like
it
I
is.
said, we grew up here
Mhm.
in this area, so it's a place that we feel very much at home.
Yeah, yeah, that's nice. Is there anything really memorable, the most memorable experience you've had either working with an artist or a customer coming in that you can think of?
I think probably my most memorable experience, other than just watching the artists create,
Yeah.
including Leah, like being blown away by the things that they come up with.
Sure.
That is huge. But I think our second anniversary, which was it was in November of 17, the overwhelming number of people that came in.
Oh, okay.
And it was a big event,
Yeah.
and there were people lined up and cars parked all the way down.
Nice.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Oh, that's a good day.
Yeah. And we were really busy, and there were lots of great people around, but Lee and I both took a minute to walk outside and to just kind of take it all in.
Yeah.
So that was really amazing.
That's really cool.
Mhm.
How'd you get the word out?
We do a lot on Facebook.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's our big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you think it's important for people to shop local? I know we've kind of talked about the local aspect, but
I think it's important for people to shop local because they really are keeping the money in town. They're keeping their money in their community, and they're supporting all of these different artists and all of these ideas.
mm-hmm.
So it's really keeping the sense of community together,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it's supporting that community. I mean, things aren't the monies aren't leaving our community. They're staying here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really important, especially in this day where things are on such a more global level.
Yeah.
Kind of to remember where we're at, where our roots are,
Yeah.
and what's important.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. That's really cool that you support all those local artists too. That's really exciting. So then last question, do you have any exciting plans that you want people to know about or anything coming up that we should give a shout out to?
So we always have, I shouldn't say always, we often have different workshops and different events coming up.
Okay.
Facebook, again, is the best place to follow those events. That's where we make most of our announcements.
Okay.
We are taking part in the MMOCA, the Madison Museum of Contemporary Art Gallery Night
Okay.
on Friday, May 4th.
Okay.
So we will showcase a couple of local artists,
Mm-hmm.
probably about 8 or 9.
Okay.
And we'll be open in the evening, which we aren't usually,
Okay.
on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
And should I?
That's okay. We don't mind if the phones are
No,
on.
it's fine. A couple of local, so 7 or 8 local artists.
Okay.
We'll have some
Projects that they're working on here?
yes,
Okay.
possibly.
Here?
Sorry, thank you.
So they come here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some artists will have some things that they're actually working on. Others will just be here to answer questions and to kind of showcase their art specifically.
Okay.
We will have some snacks and
Yeah.
kind of
So it'll be an
kind of make it a
evening
fun
thing.
evening event.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
anyone else? And it's kind of just various places.
So Madison Museum of Contemporary Art will actually have a map
Okay.
of different places in the Madison area
Area.
that will be participating.
Okay. That's
And we
very
are
cool.
one of those. Yeah.
Awesome. So say May 4th. in
May
the
4th.
Evening.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Well, we'll have to check that out. So.
All right.
Okay, well, wonderful. I think that's all the questions I have for you. And I'm excited to post some pictures and stuff so people can kind of get a sense. But if you haven't been here, come on out and check it out. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you so much
Thanks,
for
guys.
coming.
Bye.
Bye-bye.